Hey guys, this is Bailey here bringing you another album review, and I am reviewing Point Five: The Gray Chapter, which is the new album by Slipknot. Now, this is Slipknot's first album in 6 years since they released All Hope Is Gone back in 2008. And it is also their first album without their original bassist Paul Gray, who died back in 2010 of a drug overdose. And it is also their first album without their original drummer Joey Jordison, who departed from the band back in December of last year. And we got our first taste of this album a couple of months ago when when Slipknot released their song "The Negative One," which I really enjoyed that song. It had it sounded like it had mixtures of like Iowa and Volume 3, the Subliminal Verses, and I really enjoyed that song a lot. And then of course, they released the Devil and I, and that song is really good too. I really enjoyed that song as well. And then Slipknot started releasing audio videos for a bunch of the songs off of the album. And this album comes out tomorrow, and it is 14 tracks long, 16 tracks if you get the deluxe edition. And it clocks in at about, I think, 63 minutes. I think it's 63 minutes long, so it's a little bit over an hour long. And since Slipknot doesn't have Paul Gray and Joey Jordison anymore, I didn't know how this album was going to sound. I didn't know if it was gonna sound like completely different from all their other stuff. I didn't know that, and I just didn't know like what to expect. But overall, I enjoyed the hell out of this album. I enjoyed it a lot. This album is freaking great, in my opinion. This album is just so damn good from start to finish. And I just love how, in this album they kind of actually did like pay tribute to Paul Gray. And I really just love everything about this album. Corey Taylor, I still love his vocals. They're as good as ever. And the band's instrumentation, in my opinion, is just as great as it ever has been. And I don't know if I would say this is Slipknot's best album, but I still think it is overall great. And and I've been hearing pretty much all positive things about this album. I've been hearing nothing but positive things about this album, and I'm so glad I'm so glad to hear that, because this is really a great album, and I think this was a great return for Slipknot. And Slipknot, they are one of my favorites. I have loved these guys for years. And these guys, in my opinion, just never disappoint. And in my opinion, Slipknot has never released a bad album. And with Point Five: The Gray Chapter, I still think they have never released a bad album. Because like I said, I think this album is great. It's awesome, in my opinion. And I think this is just a flat out great return and a great album. And overall, it is just great. So if I had to rate this album, I think I would give it. If you think I'm overrating this, that's fine. Like I said, it's my opinion. But I would give this album a like a 93 out of 100. Like about a 93 out of 100. Like, yeah, actually no, 94. A 94 out of 100. So yeah, I think it is a great album, and in my opinion, it is one of the top 10 best albums of 2014. And again, you may think I'm overrating this album. That's fine, because like, even though I said I've heard nothing but positive things about this album, I really haven't been hearing people call it like one of the best of the year, but in my opinion, it is. So yeah, a great, amazing album by Slipknot here, and I'm so glad that they are finally back. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will talk to you later, and as always, keep it metal.